to answer any of your questions. If let's say you have, okay, if let's say you have, just feel free to drop any questions in the comment section below. Yeah. Okay. So for today, hopefully you guys are doing good. Okay. Today is a Thursday, the fourth day of the school holidays. Okay. Hopefully the kids have not drive you crazy. Enjoy this moment with them. Okay, my kids is at enrichment classes, so today I have the whole day with for myself. I guess I need to do some of the things that I'm supposed to do. Quite a few to do lists to do today. A lot of tasks and chores to do today. Okay, so hopefully you guys are doing good. Okay, so yesterday there was a big news about Singapore football. Okay, apparently the head of the referee department says we will be introducing the VAR, which is very interesting. Okay, well, okay, I'm not sure it's a step forward. Okay, I'm sure it's an improvement to the refereeing. Okay, but however, we know that other countries also has already implement this VAR, but however, um, still referee decisions are still always being questioned, even with technology, etc., etc. Okay, understand. Yeah, that's life being a referee. Okay, we always being questions with whatever that that is being when we make a decision. So that's life for a referee. So whatever is it, it's okay. Okay, but life has to go on. Okay, that's why a lot of people are scared to become referees. So okay, I myself am a referee. Um, but I do it just for the passion of football and to give back for the love for the game lah, in that sense. Okay, but anyway, back to the real estate issues. Okay, anyone? Let's see whether we have any questions first on the floor. Okay, so yesterday, interestingly, also, okay, URA has announced some changes, which which is not about residential but more about commercial properties in the key parts of central area. Okay, um, it's quite a very heavy topic here. Okay, there is something called strata subdivision. Okay, then what is commercial properties and what is central area? Hey, hi, good morning, Hairul. Okay, thank you for watching. Always the number one fan, Hairul. Every morning he will tune in. Hope your kids are doing fine. Hope you are enjoying your holidays with them as well. Okay, so sorry, back to this this whole title. The title itself is very heavy. Okay, we have what is URA, we have what is strata subdivision, we have commercial properties, and we have okay, and what it means by the key parts of central area. Okay, so firstly, what is URA? URA is okay. See lah, I forget it. Okay, Urban Redevelopment Authority. Okay, it is different from BCA. BCA is the building. Okay, URA is more focused on how is the land being used. So if let's say for this part, okay, they announce that if let's say office or shops or restaurants that so what is commercial users? Is it includes office, shops, and restaurants. Okay, if let's say they are in these key parts of central area, okay, they will be affected. Okay, strata subdivision meaning that if let's say a developer has already made a office, okay, this land you already say, okay, it is meant to make for office or make commercial. Okay, meaning that you cannot build a residential, you cannot build a condo on that land. You only can build make a mall, you can make a office space, you can make a whatever lah, commercial lah. Okay, so URA is the one who sets, okay, the land use for that area. Okay, when they call for strata subdivision, meaning that if let's say the mall there, actually some of the developments where individual investors can just buy the shop or buy the retail space or buy office space. Okay, so that is a strata subdivision. Okay, for example, you can for example Sim Lim. Okay, Sim Lim where there's a mall. Okay, but every individual shops are owned by individual investor. Okay, so the investor can uh, can choose their tenant who they want to rent to. So usually for landlord, they of course choose the highest paying tenants lah. Okay, so but URA has already bought this, okay, but strata subdivision on key parts of central area. Okay, other parts of Singapore still can, but only key parts of central area. This is the first time they are doing this. Okay, so the key parts would be areas such as Orchard Road, Tanglin Road, Scotts Road, Shenton Way, Robinson Road, Anson Road, um, Raffles Quay, Raffles Place, and the CBD corridor along the Singapore River. Okay, so if you guys have followed me, okay, one of the places, okay, one of my first few transaction was at China Square, if I'm not wrong, China Square. Okay, there is an office space. Okay, it is an office space, but but the office, okay, it's owned by an investor, individual investor. So every office space is not owned by Fraser. Okay, the mall itself is owned by Fraser, but the office space is owned by individual investor. So I was assigned to find a tenant for that space. Okay, so the problem with this, okay, is actually because, okay, one, I think, okay, I feel that because of the strata office transaction, okay, for last year was almost double than 2020. So 1 year is almost double. So there is a lot of demand for strata office in the central region. Okay, but however, I think URA is trying to curb this kind of strata title development is because, okay, how to say, okay, like, how to say, the landlord itself, okay, like, let's say I'm a landlord, individual landlord owning that office. I would not care what kind of business you do. Okay, as long as you can pay, as long as you're a good paymaster, okay, I will take you. Okay, but however, there is no control of whatever tenant that you have. Okay, but however, if let's say the commercial building, okay, is owned by one single owner, so the single owner would have control on what kind of tenant they can have. Okay, for example, if let's say I'm an individual tenant and I want the highest pay, then apparently, I would attract those vice business to come. Yeah, then that whole building will have a lot of all of vice business. Then the mall itself will not be attractive as a whole. The mall itself as a whole will not be attractive. So that's the problem. Okay, so for URA, for the government stance, okay, they want this area, this CBD area, to be more vibrant. Okay, to have people walking into the mall, etc., etc. Okay, for example, if let's say you have a shopping mall, okay, that is managed by one of the big developers. Okay, they would have, like, for example, supermarket. They would have anchor tenants, we call it, anchor tenants. Okay, like supermarket, we will have movie theaters, we have arcade, we have a lot of restaurants, so that to draw in the crowd, so that people can window shop. Okay, that's the whole point of having malls. We want to attract people. We want to have uh, window shoppers lah, even window shoppers. Okay, so by having a single developer into the mall, okay, in hopes that Singaporean will go to this area. Okay, for example, to go to Orchard. Okay, we do not want a place like, they only have a certain niche of tenants. Okay, then people will not be attracted to go to Orchard, to go walk at town anymore. Like I think now still okay, okay, but in future, I think the government is thinking about the future, okay. Since everything can buy online, okay, we want people to walk into Orchard to attract shoppers lah to these areas. Okay, so that's I feel that's the reason why they want a single owner commercial developer to own that place and to manage the mall or the office space. Okay. uh, okay, let me see whether I have any questions. Yeah, if you have any questions with regards to this, okay, I know it's a bit heavy. Usually I'm more focused on residential, okay, but this is something that's very interesting that happened just recently, maybe on Tuesday. I think they will announce. On Tuesday or Wednesday lah, they announced, just only announced lah. But then today is only Thursday. Okay, but still it's very very interesting. Okay. Okay, what was the plan of the government to do this? Okay, this is the first time they are doing this. Okay, last time, if the problem is with usually developers, what they want to do, they want to build the building and just want to sell off their stocks. Okay, but now what the government says, what URA says is, okay, even though you build the area, you have to manage. Okay, you cannot sell it to any other owners. Okay, so when you manage, you are the only owner. Okay, so firstly, of course, the developer have to think first. They think whether there is an upside, whether it's like investment to build this building. Okay, second thing is, since they cannot sell, okay, they have to manage. Then how are they going to manage in the sense to attract shoppers to come to that mall? How to make it unique? Okay, I feel that Capital Mall, okay, has done a very good thing to Funan Center when they take over. They manage the Funan IT Mall. I think it's a beautiful place. It is not like the old Funan. Okay, so now you have Funan is very nice, very well maintained, very cozy. Okay, it attracts a lot of shoppers to there. Okay, unlike like Sim Lim. Okay, of course Sim Lim itself is a building and there's a lot of individual strata owners. Okay, it's very very messy. uh, so that's the problem lah. So you have two malls. Okay, one is so nicely managed, but however you have another end, okay, seemingly which is a bit on the the cowboy mall lah, I would say. Yeah, but there are pros and cons, okay, between the two. So, but however, this is the government stance at the moment, which is very interesting also. Okay, I hope that with this, okay, there will be more unique features in the different malls in Orchard, in these key areas, central key areas, would which would attract me to go to Orchard or go to CBD, etc., etc. Okay, but however, unfortunately for individual investors, okay, I guess we will not be able to invest in commercial strata units in these prominent locations anymore lah. So we have fewer opportunities. However, there are still resale outside there. Okay, most likely the resale strata commercial units in that prominent area will increase in price because now there is literally zero demand after this rule lah. Okay, so I guess it will go up. Um, okay, but on the other hand, okay, developers themselves, okay, if let's say you are investing in REITs, okay, they will be able to have another source of income, recurring income. Means not only they build that building, okay, they can manage that building and have recurring income lah. But again, they cannot sell it to individual investors, which okay, can be a bit of problem. Okay, I think developers will need time to think, will consider very very carefully lah about building a commercial building in that area. Okay, because not only they have to build, they have not only have to invest in building that building, they have to even manage that building. Okay, if let's say you build, then you cannot get money. You need to wait after a few years, maybe decades, even to recruit back the funds. Okay, but then again, I think they are in a very good position. Okay, I think at the end of the day, it depends on how much is the bank interest rate. If let's say the bank interest rate is low, then I think they will go ahead. Okay, there will still be on robust demand for it. But then this is for the big players lah to think. But for single owners, single investors like ourselves, maybe we do not have this chance lah. Okay, most likely we have to go to the more other than this area. Okay, it means other parts of Singapore. Okay, so this at this current moment is only at the key parts of central area. The other parts are still not affected yet as for now. Okay, commercial properties, as you know, do not attract any ABSD. So there are some investors, after they decouple, after they done everything to avoid the ABSD under the residential. Okay, most likely they will go towards commercial properties, and commercial properties usually are tend to be price lower also lah. The price is not as expensive as residential. Okay, okay, maybe you have a different point of view, but in my opinion, there are still commercial properties that are not as expensive as residential properties, and residential property is much easier to get tenants as long as Singapore itself can market itself as a hub to attract foreign talents who are capable to pay the land, to pay the rent, to pay the land. Yeah. So very interesting. This URA strata subdivision for commercial properties. Okay, if let's say you have any questions at all, okay, just drop me a text or drop me a message on my for my number. My number is just down there, 94508732. Okay, if you have any questions at all, okay, not with regards to this commercial, okay, you can just let me know, okay, so that I can have some things to talk about for tomorrow. So okay, I hope also I am able to answer you, and hopefully your questions will be beneficial to other viewers out there. Okay, guys, thank you very much again for tuning in, and I hope to see you guys again. Bye bye.